Hola amigos, estamos en un nuevo episodio de Edith Finch. Bueno, me estoy metiendo y eso, vamos a ver por dónde nos quedamos. Nos quedamos por aquí, chavales, cuando ya conseguimos a Molly. Parezco retrasado hablando así. Y bueno, no me dio tiempo a investigar la habitación entera, pero hoy lo vamos a hacer y vamos a conseguir a 2 personajes o un personaje más, no sé. Bueno.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Esta es la habitación de los padres, por si recordamos que
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway
antes hemos pasado por ahí
and misfortune.
Hemos pasado por ahí, por la habitación y... O sea, cuando estábamos transformados de gatitas, hemos pasado por esta habitación cuando estaban los padres aquí acostando el padre a la madre, si nos acordamos. Y bueno, vamos a investigar un poquito la habitación. Por ejemplo, ¿esto qué es? Build 1937, a ver... Gire este. Vale.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Vale.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr.
Estos
for
son
a
radiocasetes, ¿no? Sí.
long time. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ah, okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Mira el cuarto.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Se nota que era rosa el cuarto de baño, hombre. Notar se notaba. Bueno, chavales, vamos a ir por aquí. Esto no será otro diario de esos secretos, ¿no? Sí.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Hay un secreto en este baño.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, yo por aquí no me meto. No te metas, por favor, no. Y se me... Uf. ¡Qué cague! Uy, qué cague. A la 1, 2 y a la 3. A tomar por culo. No, como me aparezca aquí algo, flipo. Si oís una moto o algo detrás, pues porque es una moto y punto. ¿Por dónde es?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Ah, que su abuelo tenía un hermano gemelo. Pero esta casa cuando...
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ah, vale, que ahora nos convertimos en el niño, ¿no?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Este niño quiere volar. Papá, lo veo complicado. Venga, a la cena. A la cena.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Ah, que quiere dar la vuelta al columpio.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Oye, esto se va a romper, Esto se va a romper.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Esto se va a romper. No, si no te digo
That's
yo
what I
cuando
want to
la vuelta
remember
que se va
about my brother.
a caer para abajo y se va a abrir la gaveta, pobrecillo. Uy, 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 qué miedo. Yo fuese la madre saldría a decir eso. No, no, este niño va a dar la vuelta.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Pues mira, este ha sido bastante corto, la verdad, que el otro.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar.
Ah, pues mira,
When I was
no es
younger,
por
I
orden,
remember
va
trying to do the
salteado.
exact
Ok,
same
ok.
thing.
Ok. Venga. Ahora, ¿qué nos tocará, chavales?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Por aquí, ¿no? Sí, es por aquí. Ábrete. Para arriba. Dale, dale. Ese músculo, ese músculo. Joder, esta casa tiene más pasaditos.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ah, mira estas.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Pensé que duró debía de ser después para ella.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most
vale, que estamos leyendo el cómic.
family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right
Un
motivation.
poco mejor ese grito, madre mía. Yo ni grito así, ¿queréis oírme? ¿Queréis oírme? Pues mira, chavales, si este vídeo pasa los 5 likes o los 4, que es lo que pasamos en el anterior vídeo, grito lo más fuerte que pueda y seguro que entran mis padres a echarme la bronca. Bueno, chavales, lo tenéis, y si no me acuerdo, recordármelo por los comentarios y pego un grito como el de Bárbara o lo que pueda. Solo digo que gritar se me da como el culo, o sea, a lo mejor os reís un poco, pero es la verdad. Se da muy mal reír. Y bueno, ahora sí que sí, vamos a leer esta mierda porque estoy aquí hablando de mi vida y no se estáis enterando de mi vida. Bueno, va.
That came from the basement.
You're right. Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
No
So
había
Barbara
gracia,
went to
¿sabes?
look for him.
Así que Bárbara se fue a buscarlo junto en el momento oportuno.
She reached for the
Vale,
music box.
ahora somos los personajes, ¿no? ¿Para qué la giro? Vale, para este.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
No me atrevo,
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Uy, no me atrevo. Que venga, le meto. Chavales, no me atrevo, Por vosotros.
The gang's leader is the
¡Ay, los payasos!
Dr. Carl Hamill,
Por
who
vosotros,
impaled and
con
ate
los
his family
cojones.
10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
¡Ay, tío! Su puta madre.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act
Vamos,
furious.
Tanya, este furioso.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Toma.
She
quita la
threw
cabeza,
him out,
espera.
but she kept a little something to
Choca, se
remember
queda
him
algo
by.
para recordarlo.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
¿Has visto mi otra
And
muleta?
she was still holding it
Y
when
todavía
she
la
fell asleep
la
watching
estaba
the
sujetando
late
cuando se quedó
picture
dormida
show.
mirando el programa de 21 horas.
Hours
A
later,
las 12 horas después.
Barbara! Walter,
Barbara.
what's going on up there?
Martes, ¿qué está pasando arriba? Ah,
Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, we're dead, Walter.
vale, voy a subir de una broma, no sé qué. Tío, no me atrevo. No me atrevo, ¡Ay! No, por favor, no. Con los cojones. ¿Qué pasa?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
No, 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 tengo detrás.
Barbara turned,
Tengo detrás.
saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? Ay, vale, voy a darle. Toma. Ponte la puerta.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
¿Por dónde voy?
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Voy por aquí. ¿Por dónde voy, chavales? A ver, por aquí, por aquí. Uf, qué moja, ¿no?
She played her part beautifully.
Uy, que va a entrar.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
¡Hijo de puta! ¡Ay, que se va a matar el niño!
But
¡Ay,
she
ay, ay!
says
Voy a
the
poner.
story might not be
Se
over.
va a matar el niño. Se me ha matado. Uy, 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 yo te llevo a la ambulancia. ¿Eh?
The hookman had vanished.
No,
She
esto
listened
ya
for
es una
his
broma, ¿no?
breathing, but all she heard was...
Pero dice, programa de la última hora y ahí no hay nada. Yo no abro, yo no abro. Yo no abro, tú. Yo no abro, tú. Estoy más cagado que vamos. Que el Ruby jugando al PT. Con los cojones.
Dying to speak to young Barbara.
Que sea la poli.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
¡Abre la puerta! ¡Gilipollas! ¡Ay, que lo tiene detrás! ¡Ábrela! No, esta es tonta. ¡Tonta eres! ¡Surprise! ¡Qué una sorpresa! Me cago en tu puta madre que la haya creado. Lo siento por la palabreta, tú, pero es que vaya, he pasado miedo.
It was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself,
Yes.
but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom.
¡Qué hijo de puta la calabaza!
So did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Su padre, qué miedo.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered.
Pero esta chavala dibuja más rápido que Picasso, loco. Como dibujas así, enséñame, te pago, tío. Te pago. Joder, cómo dibuja la chavala. Por aquí. Abre la puerta. Pues será por aquí.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Por aquí, ¿no? Chavales, en el anterior episodio intentamos abrir esta puerta. Vamos a ver si podemos. No, ya no podemos. No. Esto no habrá pasado de verdad, ¿no? Ah, que esto es la historia de la vida real, que ahora tengo que girar esto. Pero no tendría que salir ya. Bueno, chavales, nos hemos quedado hasta aquí. Si queréis que siga subiendo esto, apoyarlo, suscribiros. Y bueno, chavales, hasta aquí el vídeo de hoy. Espero que os haya encantado. Pegarle un grandísimo like, aunque ya lo haga dicho. Y recordar, más de 4 likes para que haga el grito de Barbara y suba la tercera parte, men. Bueno, chavales, dicho y hecho, adiós.